motion to go into regular public meeting? Time now is 6 p.m. Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Goff, seconded by Mr. Carr. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Goff?
Yes.
Ms. Multi-Colson?
Yes.
Mr. Toulouse?
Yes.
Mrs. Spohn?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. Clavijo?
Yes.
Mr. Tataro?
Yes. Meeting regulations. During each regular meeting, 2 opportunities are provided for citizens to ask questions and to make comments. During the first opportunity, early on the agenda, the meeting is open to the public for the purpose of addressing items listed for approval on this agenda only. The second opportunity occurs just prior to adjournment, when citizens may address any subject matter that is pertinent to and are directly related to the operation of the school district. Persons wishing to speak must, upon being recognized, rise, state their name, address, and subject matter. Comments and questions shall be addressed to the board president or presiding officer and shall be limited to 5 minutes per person. The board may or may not respond to issues raised by members of the public at the time they are raised, but will provide a response if and when appropriate. The board asks that members of the public be courteous and mindful of the rights of the other individuals when speaking. Please note that the board will not respond to comments regarding students or board employees in light of the privacy rights held by those individuals. Moreover, the board discourages comments about such individuals and will not be responsible for such comments. Members of the public who choose to speak during the public session should carefully consider their comments, since they could be held personally liable for any statements they make. Finally, please note that in accordance with district policy, the board will not officially comment or respond to any matter mentioned unless it can confirm that the matter has first been brought to the attention of the appropriate school personnel in an attempt to resolve the issue. Public be heard, agenda items only. All right, seeing no one. Approval of the minutes of the February 17th, 2026 regular meeting, public and private.
Motion.
Motion by Mrs. Goff. Second. Second by Mr. Clavijo. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Goff?
Yes.
Ms. Multi-Colson?
Yes.
Mr. Toulouse?
Yes.
Mrs. Spohn?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. Clavijo?
Yes.
Mr. Tataro?
Yes. Correspondence, we did get one for an invitation to the Passaic County Education Association for a legislators' reception on April 17th, 2026. I can share this with the other board members if anybody's interested. Black tie required. That is it under correspondence. Reports. Student Council Representative report. Jonathan.
Good evening. This month initiates our spring season, kicking off new sports and outdoor activities as we approach the end of the year. The spring sports season started March 9th as teams started getting out in the sun preparing for their upcoming busy seasons. Both baseball and softball scrimmages started last week with a 9-6 victory for softball last Thursday, and the results of baseball on Saturday are unknown at the time I'm writing this. Anyways, track and field has their first meet coming up on March 31st at home, and their season opener in Hackensack on April 4th. Finally, golf had their first match of the season against East York Christian, and lacrosse has their first scrimmage against Park Ridge in Park Ridge today. For clubs, we have many trips and events planned. To start, the dance and theater program is attending their second trip to see a Broadway show tomorrow. They will be seeing Aladdin on Broadway. Additionally, the Performing Arts Club is preparing for 2 outreach community performances coming up in April, and the dance team is preparing for their next big competition later into spring. Also, the Honors Art students have finished their Under the Sea themed mural on the second floor history wing. This project took over a month and a half to finish and continues the tradition that we have had since 2002. Student Council has Spirit Week happening this week from the 23rd to the 27th. Yesterday was Matching Monday, and today is Safari Day. Student Council also has sign-ups happening currently for both the returning intern for a day happening on April 17th, as well as this year's spring event, the Bear Olympics, happening April 7th. Along with this, Student Council also attended all 3 of the elementary schools for Read Across America. Here's Some Cool Kids finished off their last trip to LMS on March 13th. Cheerleaders has the last Teen Summit meeting planned, as well as a trip to an escape room, as they had done last year, as well as planned on helping out at the Senior Citizen Night for the spring theater production. This month, the Library Media Center highlights Women's History Month, Irish Heritage Month, and March Madness. The library offers our faculty instructional materials and resources and engages students with library book displays and bulletin boards, informational materials, daily morning announcements, posted flyers, and social media postings. To highlight diversity in world religions, the library put a spotlight on the holidays of Holi, Ramadan, and St. Patrick's Day. To promote information literacy, journalism, and social study teachers were given resources through the library to help them address the war with Iran and the social media propaganda surrounding world affairs. For special education, biology students came to the library for information literacy lessons surrounding the use of databases for research instead of web platforms such as Google. Students giving slideshow presentations were given library lessons on image licensing and AI image creation. Additionally, senior students were given personal tutoring sessions with the librarian to complete their major research paper project. This month, the library's student book club members participated in a blind date with a book event, a St. Patrick's Day book talk party, and a bookmark making workshop. The library's faculty book club met to wrap up its reading of I'm Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. Members chose the final book of the school year, 56 Days by Catherine Ryan Howard. 30 HHS faculty staff members have joined the library's push to encourage leisure reading. These flyers are posted on classroom and office doors, engaging students and staff to talk about books with the invitation, ask them why they enjoyed reading this book. This week, the library is sponsoring the HHS Chess Tournament. The library will award trophies and Amazon gift cards to first and second place winners. All players receive participation medals. This month, our librarian, Ms. D. Drama, announces the publication of her third novel titled Booked for Murder. In all, I look forward to seeing how this spring season goes with sports and clubs, and wish everyone a happy spring. I thank you for your time and attention, and look forward to our next meeting. Thank you.
Thanks, Jonathan. All right, now let's go to our superintendent's report.
Thank you, and thank you, Jonathan, for that wonderful report. It's nice to hear of all the great things that are going on in the district. So we're going to kick it off with a really special event that we've made kind of a staple of every year in March. We have the opportunity to have our exceptional 5th grade students give us a little bit of a preview of the Washington School Wax Museum. So each year, which I haven't seen it yet, being it's my first year as superintendent, apparently this whole entire room is filled with kids dressed up, representing different historical figures, athletes, famous actors. As I look through this brochure, and I see we have Leonardo da Vinci, Kamala Harris, Bad Bunny. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this all in action. But before I turn it over to Mrs. Pissarro, I just wanted to thank our 5th grade teachers for their leadership in the program. Ms. Prowell was here tonight, and Mr. Spagnolo, so let's give them a round of applause.
Yeah, hi everybody. Thank you so much for coming. We are honored to have you here. And speaking of being honored, it is my honor to pass over to Mr. Spagnolo and Mrs. Prell. I know Mr. Spags is going to do all the talking tonight for the Wax Museum, but it is an honor for me to introduce them to you because they work tirelessly on this program with the students. They work so hard. They're in the office constantly working on their poster and their project, and he's going to talk a little bit more about it, but they truly could not do this without them, nor could we. So also, I don't know if you noticed, but we chose all women in history tonight. In honor of Women's History Month being the month of March, we thought it would be appropriate to do so. So Mr. Spags, why don't you take it from here?
Just want a few things I wanted to hit. Mrs. Pissarro hit Women's History Month, so thank you. Check it off. I did want to thank you guys for letting us present to you as well. I know we've been doing it the past few years. It's definitely a unique project to Washington. It's an interdisciplinary project in terms of it combined skills needed in reading, writing, public speaking, technology, social studies. So it's a great project that kind of splits across disciplines in terms of what students would learn by subject. These skills are things that we have gotten feedback from the middle school teachers that project-based learning is huge in middle school. So they need to be able to do this. It's helping prepare them for middle school, so that's a huge reason why it's very important to us. So like Mr. Sarah said too, it really is a project that takes a village. So not only is Mrs. Prell a fantastic co-teacher who does a lot to help me, Ms. Lochner works with our ESL students to help them. Ms. Mars, our BSI teacher, she spends all of her free periods, even her preps that month, helping the students on her own time to make sure it's the best product that they can give to you guys. Ms. Sela has the STEPS program, and Mrs. Bertucci is also our resource teacher. So that there's a whole cohort of teachers that work to make this happen. So we are very proud of it. We're also very proud of these 4 students. Like Mrs. Sarah said, they represent students to honor Women's History Month. This Wax Museum isn't until April 10th. It has 2 sessions. We are all cordially invited, by the way. It has 2 sessions, so it's a Friday. So it runs from 9:15 to 11:15 a.m. We take lunch, they come back, and the students go from 12:30 to 2:30. So if you can't make the morning, hopefully you can make the afternoon. But not only are these students women, obviously, they work very hard. So I don't know if you've noticed, but since 6:55 we walked in, I said, prepare like we're at the Wax Museum, and most of them haven't moved. I tried to mess with them, no. So they're very good, it just goes to show how hard and how much this project means to them. So we're all very proud of them. Like, thank you for the applause before, but it's really their work that you should be applauding. And to give you a sneak preview, if Mr. Mininelli and all of you, whoever you choose, board members want to come up and press the buttons, they are waiting anxiously.
Any order you want me to go?
Whatever you want.
Feel bad. I want to go to the mics first, because they've been holding their arms up.
Right?
Hello, my name is Daniel Jackson. I'm Sarah for being an award-winning senior in Radford. I'm also known for being a become commentators. I was born on May 16, 1966 in Gary, Indiana. My family included my mom, Catherine, my dad, Joseph, and my 9 siblings, and my famous brother, Michael Jackson. Growing up, I spent a lot of time performing on stage and in the studios because my brothers wanted to work in the entertainment industry. My major accomplishment in life was when I won my 5th Grammy Award for my album Janet in 1990. That's Why Love Grows 1993. Scream 1996. That's What's Come 1998. Control 2002. Other things I accomplished include having a record-breaking album called Rhythm Nation 1814, which made a bunch of top 10 hits. I also have 11 American Music Awards and 12 American Music Awards. I'm currently alive at 59 years old, living in Henderson, Nevada. Hello, my name is Elle Fitzgerald. I am also known for being a jazz singer and I am also known for performing a certain type of singing called scatting. I was born on April 15, 1917 in Newport News, Virginia. My family included my mom, named Tempe, my father, William, and my little sister, Frances. Growing up, I loved baseball. My favorite team was the Los Angeles Dodgers. My major accomplishment in life was when I joined the Chick Club Orchestra, and when the leader of that band sadly died, I became the leader. Other things I accomplished included in 1935, I released my first song with Chick Club called Love and Kisses. At the end of my life, I kept singing until I discovered type 2 diabetes in my body, which caused me to lose both of my legs. Then in 1996, I died in my home at 79 years old. Thank you. name is Ella Fitzgerald. I am best known for being a jazz singer in something called Native Jazz. I am also known for performing a style of singing called Scottish. I was born on August 15, 1917 in Bridges, Virginia. My family included my mom named Tempe, my father William, and my little sister Frances. Growing up, I loved baseball. My favorite team was the Los Angeles Diamonds. My main accomplishment in life was when I joined the Chicago Orchestra. And when the leader of the band sadly died, I became the leader. I've been doing this musician. In 1925, I released my first song with Chick-fil-A named Love and Kisses. At the end of my life, I kept singing until I discovered type 2 diabetes in my body, which caused me to lose both of my legs. Then, in 1996, I died in my home at 79 years old. Thank you.
How did you make
Janet, I was like, wait a minute, I got this now. I'm like,
I loved baseball. My favorite team was helping him to become my main. I was one of my team, and I was when I did Gary and my family included my mom, Catherine, my dad, Joseph, I lived in my college in 1935. I was singing my first song with Chick-fil-A called Love and Kisses. At the end of my life, I kept singing until I discovered type 2 diabetes, which caused me to lose both of my legs. Then, in 1996, I died in my home at 79 years old. Thank you for my My family included my mom and my father. Yeah, my little sister. I loved baseball. My favorite team was Los Angeles. My major accomplishment in life was when I joined the Chick-fil-A Orchestra. The Chick-fil-A Orchestra was when I became things I accomplished in 1995.
I like that you refer to her as Ella Fitzgerald. That's awesome. That's awesome. Or is that her real name? That is fantastic.
What are we talking about for a second?
That's if you're in the VIP section.
She was supposed to be mine too.
Can we celebrate? My wonderful job. Wonderful job. Yeah, I once asked her if my legs. I was about to say one of my scar lines.
On the horizon.
You got a great character for a second. Super
I this way so you can face your people. So I just want to say, I'm very proud of you. That was amazing. For you to remember that whole entire thing several times over in the way that you conducted yourself was very professional. So I think as a whole, we owe them a round of applause. Hello, Maddox. Come on up. Where's Tamer?
I'm over here.
Oh.
I was just trying to get a different angle.
We're going to do individual pictures and then we're going to do a picture as a whole. Thank you, Tamer. Thank you, Ella. Next we have Jalen Tello.
Yes.
Next we have Gabriella Tatis. And last but not least, Aaliyah Saris. Okay. Now let's get the picture of all of us together.
All of us.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Awesome. Thank you so much. If anybody else wants to come up and take pictures, you're welcome to do that right now. All right. Wait. We're going to do one more.
360.
Two more.
Wait, let me use that for you. Hold on, I got you.
Okay. We're going to take a 5-minute recess. I mean, you're welcome to stay for the board meeting. You certainly don't have to. Don't feel obligated. And then we'll get back to business. So thank you. Thank you to the parents for coming out also. Really appreciate it. Okay, so before we get any deeper into the board meeting, I did want to give an update on the budget. Just speak a little bit about the 26-27 budget as well as where we are as a district, and just as importantly, where we are going as a district. Tonight we'll be approving our preliminary budget for the next school year. The process is that we put our tentative budget out to be approved by the board. Then it goes to the county level, and then we'll have a public hearing in April in which we will give more detail about the specifics of the budget. I think we're all well aware that the budget cycle has been very challenging across the state. Rising costs, particularly in healthcare and operations, are impacting pretty much every district across the state. When you look at surrounding districts, many are facing similar pressures and making difficult decisions to remain financially stable. In Hawthorne, we took a very deliberate and measured approach. Over the past couple of years, we worked to soften the impact on taxpayers by utilizing reserve funds. While that helped us manage short-term challenges, it also made clear that we needed to shift toward a more sustainable path going forward. This budget reflects that shift. It is designed to stabilize our financial position, protect our remaining reserves, and allow us to plan more responsibly for the future rather than operate year to year. At the same time, we were able to identify nearly $1.9 million in reductions. That speaks to the level of work that we put into this process and our commitment to being efficient and thoughtful in every decision we make. What I think it's especially important to highlight is that even in a difficult budget year, we are continuing to move forward as a district. Part of that includes advancing key capital projects that align with our long-term plan. These projects are funded through capital reserves, which are separate from the operating budget and are specifically designated for facilities improvements. They cannot be used for day-to-day expenses such as staffing and programming. Because of that, we're able to continue making targeted investments in our schools. This includes 2 bathrooms being upgraded at our high school, as well as creating security vestibules at both the high school and the middle school. These vestibules are a priority and reflect our continued focus on enhancing the safety and security of our students and staff. That balance is critical, remaining fiscally responsible in the present while still investing in our future. Hawthorne is a strong district. That strength comes from our staff, our Board of Education, and the support of the community. The budget remains the strength while putting us in a more stable position moving forward. We recognize the challenges, but we're confident in the directions that we're headed in. So next month, we'll give a more detailed analysis of the budget, so I encourage members from the public to come out. It's also something that's going to be streamed on our website. So a couple of upcoming events I want to mention. Our first Hawthorne Hall of Fame induction ceremony is this Thursday. For coaches, teams, and special contributors, we'll be recognizing the following individuals, which I'm sure some of these names you will recognize. Coach Edward O'Connor, Coach Julie Zimmerman, the 1935-36 boys soccer team, the 1970 football team, the 2001 girls volleyball team, special contributor Allison N. King, special contributor William Rhodes, special contributor Henry Van Rye. And in terms of our athletes, from the class of 1979, Teresa Dembach. From the class of 1964, Robert Foyle. From the class of 1987, Margaret O'Hagan Gorman. From the class of 1976, Sandra Horan. From the class of 2013, Ethan Ramos. From the class of 1994, Russell Rusty Reed. From the class of 2016, Caitlin Salisbury. And from the class of 1971, Michael Patrick Terizzi. So congratulations to all the Hall of Fame recipients, and thank you to Dr. Spirito for organizing. We want to make it very clear there's no more tickets available, but it should be a really nice event. Tomorrow night is the Unsung Hero Ceremony, and that's brought to us by the Passaic County Education Association and the Passaic County School Boards Association. And this recognizes students who demonstrate strength of character and personal resilience, particularly those who have overcome challenges and made positive impacts, often during difficult times. We're so happy to recognize Emma Bengu as this year's Unsung Hero. Round of applause for that. So the ceremony is tomorrow night. A couple of Mr. Pfister and I will be attending it, but we also plan to recognize Emma and their family at the board meeting next week, or next month, so we're looking forward to that. And another reminder about leadership camp, that's taking place this summer. It's a 30-hour program that runs Monday through Friday at LMS. The program is run by Sergeant Delalo and staffed by Hawthorne police officers who are experienced in youth programs in conjunction with the LMS personnel. Registration is open and the dates of the camp are August 10th and 14th. Thank you.
Thank you. Now to committee and liaison reports. Starting off with legislative, Mr. Carr.
Thank you, Mr. President. Several committees have met recently to consider legislation prior to the legislature's annual spring budget break. Education-related bills that we consider as follows. Number one, vaping awareness, A2195. This would require the Department of Health to create anti-vaping campaign guidelines for schools and colleges. The goal would be to educate students using research-based information about vaping risks. It's approved by the Assembly Health Committee, and the NJSBA supports this bill. Number two is job posting requirements, A1161. This would require employers to remove job postings once positions are filled, clarify the jobs and actual anticipated vacancy, provide timelines and applicant updates for after interviews. This would include penalties of $300 to $600 for violations, applies to employers and third-party job posting companies. The concern here would be this could apply to school districts. The NJSBA's position is it opposes its current form, and it's concerned about teacher shortages and administrative burden. Bill number three, Solar Energy Grant Program S1815 establishes grants up to 50% of project costs for schools and colleges to install solar energy systems. This will be managed by the Board of Public Utilities, and has been approved by Senate Environmental Committee, and the NJSBA's position is that it supports it. Ban on artificial dyes in school food, A2050. This bans multiple food dyes and additives in school meals. For example, red 40, yellow 5, blue 1. The timeline will be school food ban will be effective August 1st, 2028. And the commercial food rules will be 1 year after enactment, and the NJSBA's position is they are currently monitoring it. Number five, payments for non-resident students, A4678, S3614. This addresses funding for students attending Renaissance school projects. Resident district pays for its own students. Non-resident students, home districts must pay the tuition. And the status is that it's moving through both Assembly and Senate, and the NJSBA is monitoring this also. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Finance Administration, Mr. Weaver.
Thank you, Mr. President. The committee met in person at the high school, and there's been several phone calls and conversations ever since. The bulk of the conversation revolved around the budget development, which will be reported on, which we'll be voting on. Aside from that, we discussed it was communicated that the Bear Cave lease is not yet finalized. I do want to take the opportunity to thank our business administrator, superintendent, our committee members on the budget committee and the finance committee for all the time and energy that's been invested into this year's budget. This year's budget, this year has taken more effort and time and energy than in past years, so I want to thank each and every one of them, including our board secretary, who has had to work on catching up on work that she inherited from our previous year. So we're very grateful for her. We're glad to have her on board. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Madam Vice President, are you doing council liaison too, or did she not share on that one?
No, I don't believe she was able to go.
No worries. So, continuing on to personnel, and if you want to just round up and do all three buildings, grounds, and policy as well?
Sorry?
You're covering?
Buildings and grounds and personnel. I'm doing.
Oh, you're doing, my apologies.
Yeah.
No.
It's okay. So this report is Jennifer's. I'm just reading it. So with the resignation of Dr. Tribona, they have been interviewing multiple candidates to come in and fill such position, and we have someone on the agenda for tonight who will be approved as our future assistant superintendent. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So you want to do B&G as well? Or
Oh, yeah, sure.
while you're at it?
I'm doing this report for Dr. Vega. We pulled money out of our capital reserve for next year's budget, which will be talked about later. Over the next couple of years, we will be upgrading our projectors to smart boards for museums throughout the entire district. This will be done depending on the funding and need. So Tech will go in and see which ones are broken and unfixable. We'll start there and work our way through the district, classroom by classroom. We will also be working on upgrading security vestibules at the middle school and the high school over the next 3 to 4 years. That's our goal. We will be pulling money from the maintenance reserve to help the general operating budget. We also realized that we can save some money by combining some transportation routes for our buses, and in addition to maybe cutting out one altogether. And that is all I have to report for B&G this month.
Thank you. Mrs. Goff, C&I.
Thank you, Mr. President. I apologize for reading off my phone. I forgot my computer at home. The Committee on Curriculum and Instruction met last week. We were joined by Eileen Yetter. She is the academic coordinator at Roosevelt School. She's also an iReady guru, so the first order of business was to discuss that. iReady is a benchmarking system for both ELA and math the district uses and has newly acquired. It runs K through 8. The program allows for both remediation and enrichment. There is a mandate of how many minutes of the MyPath students are expected to complete, so that's a number of minutes you do like work on your own that's leveled to where you are based on the benchmark assessment that you've taken. It's all digitized on the computer. The number of minutes is monitored by the administration and the supervisors. The data reports are not being sent home yet globally, only at parental request. They were being used in some report card meetings. Moving forward, there will be a plan to share with parents more readily. Many teachers were using it during conferences. It is beneficial to do an iReady data night perhaps to talk to parents about what they are, how to read the reports if we do move forward with sharing them. That would probably be the beginning of this coming year, so in the fall. It is the reports are mostly being used internally at this point for INRS and CST requests. Then we moved on to QSAC, so we are not currently being monitored for QSAC this year, but we had received a recommendation and a remediation plan for some proficiency scores. Dr. Tribona shared with us that the numbers have greatly increased, and if we were being looked at this year, we would not need to be on the corrective action plan. The 23-24 numbers, that's the year that we were being QSAC'd. We had a 38.6 total proficiency. We were just a fraction of a point away from being proficient. That was 50.2% proficiency in ELA, 30.4% proficiency in math, and 9% proficiency in science. Those were our previous numbers. Our 24-25 numbers from last year, we are 46.6% proficient globally. That's 71% ELA proficiency, 48% math proficiency, and 19% science proficiency. So some really amazing numbers and growth seen there. Additionally, in light of Dr. Trimona's resignation and other factors, the administration has chosen to keep Envisions, which is the math curriculum textbook currently being used, for one more year. So they just signed on for one more year with the contract, and a committee will be looking into that next year as to what they want to move towards.
Thank you. Moving on to NJSBA and PCSBA.
Okay, thank you. So I was fortunate enough to attend the Women's Leadership Conference on Friday the 20th. They did a wonderful in-person conference for women in leadership roles. I was able to do a couple seminars that day. So Bridging Perspectives, a reverse mentorship exchange seminar, which was really intriguing, and how we can partner up with board members or administrators who can partner up with teachers, just people partnering up as a mentorship, but you're it's the reverse, right? So it's the new person also helping the person who's maybe tenured and been there a while. And they had the two speakers were doing that for the NJSBA, and just talking about like the baby boomers versus Gen X and how we all communicate differently, and just that alone has been eye-opening in how it helped them to be better at their job and as mothers and as wives and all the other roles. Then I also did transparency in action, building trust in educational leadership, and when leadership gets personal, women rise. So it was very women powerful, and I had a great time. For PCSBA, tomorrow is Unsung Heroes Awards, and otherwise we haven't met since our last board meeting. Thank you.
Moving on to have CPAC PTOs, Mr. Blues.
Thank you, Mr. President. I got a short report tonight. Hawthorne NJ CPAC on Facebook. Tomorrow night is a Zoom meeting if anybody wants to go to the Facebook page and register. It's 7 p.m. And then, as I've been reporting all year, we're very close now to the 8th annual CPAC 5K Color Run Walk. The sign-in sheets are available, so again, if you can go to Hawthorne NJ CPAC on Facebook, you can click and start to register. And as a reminder, every school that has the school that has the most registered staff, I believe, will receive $200. So we encourage everyone to participate on the school level as well as throughout the community. And then I just want to round up with Washington School. It has a few things posted on, again, their Facebook page too. Washington School PTO, Hawthorne NJ, Wildcats 5th grade popcorn sale. There's only 4 days. We're already, yesterday the sale started. You can go on there again. 50% of the purchases will go to the 5th grade wax museum trip and also year-end activities. And then Parents' Night, I noticed that there's a Parents' Night on March 28th, 6 p.m., Steel and Wheel Tavern, 51 North Broad Street in Ridgewood. It's $20. Eat, dance, sing with Willie Wilson live music. So that concludes my report for tonight. Erica, do you have anything that I didn't catch with like Lincoln or anything? Okay, thank you, appreciate it.
All right, I'm rounding it out with policy, Mrs. Scott.
Sure thing. So I am presenting for Dr. Vega, who is home with her beautiful brand new baby girl, who we all welcome. We did have a policy meeting. Dr. Vega was present with a 6-day-old baby in the background, the rock star that she is, but I told her that I would take the notes. We did review 2 policies. The first one is assignment of students. This was actually shared from Paquonic where I work, and it will assist in making decisions as to where students will be assigned at the elementary level. It is based on criteria such as special education programming, siblings already enrolled, and then enrollment numbers of the prospective buildings. The second policy we discussed was offer versus serve. This was a recommendation from the audit, the policy audit. We did not get dinged, not the policy audit, the regular audit. We didn't get dinged as we were told them that we would approve it the following month. So we're approving it now, or reading it now. This policy states that we will give students options at various levels for food. A school breakfast eligible for federal reimbursement shall offer 4 food items from the 3 food components and the appropriate amounts per grade grouping, including fruit, grain, and milk.
Thank you.
Oh, and there is pocketbook bingo for the high school PTO on April 11th.
Okay.
All are welcome to attend. It's at the Boys and Girls Club. It's a good time because you can drink there because it's the Boys and Girls Club, and there are some beautiful persons. So, the 11th. Listen, Mr. Pfister sometimes attends. I don't want to say that you always go. But
I haven't missed one yet.
okay, I didn't want to say you were going to be there. It's Pasquale, it's a good time.
Thank you.
So you wouldn't be the only gentleman, is what I was trying to say.
I'll go again. We both go.
All right, thank you. Actually, right back at you, curriculum and instruction action items, Mrs. Scott.
Thank you, Mr. President. Pursuant to the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Committee on Curriculum and Instruction recommend the following resolutions. CI1 through CI6 on page 5, and CI7 through CI9 on page 6. On behalf of the committee, I so move.
Second.
Second by Mr. Kalous. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Ms. Multi-Coulson? Ms. Multi-Coulson?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Mr. Kalous?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. Clavijo?
Yes.
Mrs. Goff?
Yes.
Mr. Totaro?
Yes. Personnel, I guess you.
Yep. The following resolutions are pursuant to the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. PI 1 through PI 3 on page 6. I'm sorry, P4 through P10 on page 7. P11 through P19 on page 8. There's a lot, sorry. P20 through P23 on page 9. And P24 and P25 on page 10.
Second.
On behalf of this committee, so
Second. Second. Second by Mr. Carr. Discussion.
I just wanted to say again, I don't know if I actually officially said this, but thank you so much to Dr. Trebona for years of dedication and hard work and many hours outside of normal business hours. I don't even know if those exist anymore, but to help us in this district, and you really see the last couple of years our test scores improving, and it's wonderful. But I'm really happy for her, and I know she's going to be great in her future endeavors as a superintendent. And I also want to say thank you. There's a volunteer coaching position on here, and we always appreciate our volunteers. Without it, I don't know what we would do. And congratulations to our new assistant superintendent after this vote. Thank you.
I'd like to echo Erica's statements. Dr. Trebona was an absolute asset to this district. I happened to be around when she was hired, and again, into the supervisory team that has worked beside her. It really a powerhouse is all. Women's History Month, like I can't say more. The numbers that I read about HUSAC, those are directly related to all the hard work that you guys are doing. It does not go unnoticed. We are extremely grateful for the opportunity to work with you moving forward. But yes, I would be remiss if we didn't thank her, and I'm very excited that she will be in a neighboring town, so we can continue to watch her shine. But thank you.
And the second and the third, same sentiments for Dr. Trebona. When you join a school, work, one of the things you want to do as far as seeing the improvements in your district is your test scores to be improved. And we're cognizant of it being a Herculean effort, and with her effort and the team that she's been working with, we have been able to benefit from seeing those actual results. So very grateful to her, and we wish her best of luck. The other comment I had on P13, I'm glad to see that we're able to fill that vacancy for the Spanish teacher. I do know that that's a significant cost savings when you have to staff it in comparison to the language network. So glad to see that that's been identified.
See no one else? Roll call, please.
Mr. Kalous?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. Clavijo?
Yes.
Mrs. Goff?
Yes.
Ms. Multi-Coulson?
Yes.
Mr. Totaro?
Yes. All right, Finance Administration, Mr. Cleo.
Mr. President, Finance Administration, donations, we have one donation. We have acceptance of a donation from the Hall Flag Booster Club for $1,200 to be used as a stipend to pay for the high school athletic program after school weightlifting supervision during the spring. And I thank them for that donation and for everything that they do for the district. Action items, page 10, pursuant to the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Committee on Finance and Administration recommends the following resolutions: F1 through F3, page 11, F4 through F10. Continuing on to page 12, F11, page 13, F12,
At this time, for discussion, I'm just going to do a public statement regarding the budget. As we present the 2026-27 school budget, the Board of Education would like to provide our community with a clear understanding of the financial considerations that have guided our decision. This budget was developed during a particularly challenging fiscal environment. While the district has received an increase in state aid, rising costs, most notably in healthcare operations, and contractual obligations continue to significantly impact on our overall budget. Salaries account for an increase of approximately $260,000, while healthcare costs alone have risen from $8,172,085 to $782,718, representing an increase of over $2.6 million. Combined, these two areas alone have increased district expenditures more than $2.87 million. In addition, state regulations strictly limit the amount of surplus funds a district may retain. The district is permitted to maintain only approximately 2% of its operating budget as unassigned surplus. Any funds exceeding that limit must be utilized within the budget to offset the tax levy or be allocated to specific reserve accounts, such as maintenance or capital reserves. These restrictions limit flexibility and require careful strategic financial planning. It is also important to provide context around our reserve accounts, as they are a critical component of the district's financial position. At the conclusion of the 24-25 school year, the district maintained approximately $5.35 million across its capital and maintenance reserves. Through the 25-26 budget, approximately $1.73 million of those reserves were utilized, reducing the balance to approximately $3.62 million. As we move into the 26-27 budget, an additional $1.8 million is projected to be used, leaving a remaining balance of approximately $1.83 million in total reserves, comprised of roughly $1.3 million in capital and $436,000 in maintenance reserves. This significant drawdown of reserves highlights the extent to which the district has already relied on one-time funding sources to manage ongoing financial pressures. It is essential to present this information so that the community fully understands that our reserves have been substantially depleted and that this budget was developed out of necessity, not preference. After a thorough review of all available options, the board has maintained the difficult but necessary decision to move forward with voting on the maximum allowable tax levy increase of 7.42%. This decision reflects our responsibility to ensure the district remains financially stable while continuing to support the educational programs, services, and facilities that our students and community rely on. As part of this process, approximately $1.9 million in reductions have already been identified, demonstrating the board's commitment to minimizing the burden wherever possible while preserving the quality of education. We fully recognize the impact that this decision has on our taxpayers. However, given the financial realities, the significant reduction of reserves, and the regulatory constraints we must operate within, this approach represents the most responsible path forward to maintaining the strength and stability of our school district. The board remains committed to transparency, fiscal responsibility, and doing what is necessary to support our students, staff, and community at large. I thank you, and this time I open it up to discussion amongst the board. Ms. Clavio.
Thank you. We also have a prepared statement. The 13 years I've been part of the Finance Committee, budget development has never been easy. This year, however, has been the most challenging of all. We are cognizant of the fine balance that exists between funding a quality school system and maintaining the town affordable, including for those on fixed income. It is self-evident that the system in place is not working. The expenses far outweigh the revenues. Following are examples of what some of our neighboring districts are doing, what they posted for tax levy increment for this upcoming budget. Clifton 6%, Westfield 6%, Flemington Raritan 7.24%, while other districts are closing schools to make them meet. We call on our legislators to address the systemic challenges, particularly healthcare. It is impossible to sustain a 30% increment on the back of taxpayers and fund a quality school system.
Thank you. Mrs. Dodd.
Mr. President, first I would like to start by thanking the Booster Club for their donation to have that athletic weightlifting supervision after school. Sometimes before school, so I don't miss it after school. But this allows students to not have to be members of gyms, which I think, it's a small, but it really makes a big statement. Also, if they can walk there, if they don't have cars. I've just seen it make a very big impact, and I'm very gracious for that. I'd also like to thank everyone on the Finance Committee and Ms. Kelly and Mr. Mignonelli for the hard work. Again, I've been on as long as Alex. This was definitely from afar. It was not part of the process, but seemed to be the most challenging year yet. And systematically, I agree with you. This cannot continue. That $3 million increase just for healthcare, $2.5 million is astronomical. We are not the only district. It is every district that has. Even privatized insurances are having the same outcomes at this point. I just don't understand it. When they are the largest insurer and everyone's in one plan, how that can be the answer. But thank you for your tireless efforts on behalf of all the rest of us.
This time, roll call, please.
Mrs. Spohn?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. Clavijo?
Yes.
Mrs. Goff?
Yes.
Ms. Moulton Coulson?
Yes.
Mr. Toulouse?
Yes.
Mr. Tataro?
Yes. Moving on. Claims, Mr. Toulouse.
Thank you, Mr. President. So those of you that don't know I'm sarcastic, this is a sarcastic thing. This is my favorite thing to do, review the bills. But according to, in accordance with NJAC 6A:23-2:11B, C3, and C4, I reviewed the March 2026 bill list, and I recommend that we move forward and pay bills monthly.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Goff. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. Clavijo?
Yes.
Mrs. Goff?
Yes.
Ms. Moulton Coulson?
Abstain.
Mr. Toulouse?
Yes.
Mrs. Spohn?
Yes.
Mr. Tataro?
Yes. Moving on, Madam Vice President, on behalf of Dr. Vega, bills and grounds.
Pursuant to the recommendation of Superintendent of Schools, the Committee on Buildings and Grounds recommends the following resolutions. BG-1 on page 14 and 15. BG-2 on behalf of the Superintendent, the Committee on Buildings and Grounds. Oh, no, I said that right. Sorry. On behalf of the committee, I so move.
Second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Toulouse. Discussion.
I would just like to, and I will be bringing this up with Dr. Vega as part of our new committee structure. I will be engaging in a conversation with her, but I would just like to state formally here and publicly that I encourage the borough to continue to seek alternate locations for the elections, as it does put a wrench in our calendar. There have been years where we have given days off because of it. At the very minimum, I believe they should supply security. I believe they do, but I just think we need to re-engage in that conversation because we've used unused snow days for the June day. We've built in election day as being off because that usually falls in that teacher convention week anyway. But it does impact the school calendar from a security standpoint. So I will be reaching out to Dr. Vega, but I want to bring it up when it's on the agenda for this evening.
Thank you.
I agree. I think that I was going to mention earlier, and I missed on, we're approving a revised school calendar tonight because of the elections. We're closing our schools, which I agree with because many don't. Half day, sorry, half day. And I agree with that because we're still get the credit, but it's safer, and a lot of schools don't, and it's not safe for strangers to come and in the buildings where students are present. We wouldn't do that normally.
Right it's a
And
fucking
parking is atrocious.
nightmare.
Yep,
Parents
and if
to
it's
pick up and-
dismissal or pickup time, it's really bad. So we're changing our calendar because the elections are in the school buildings. We've lost a snow day because we're parking in the school buildings on their ground. So I just think it's something that needs to be discussed with the town. Absolutely. So, sorry, but I love to see people coming in and using our space
Agreed.
for dance recitals.
Graduations?
Yes, preschool graduations, and that's great. Thank you.
Just a, continued comment on the fact that we typically try to work on that election day being off. And we kind of, I think we were banking on the fact that we would have an extra snow day.
Yes.
And because this year we didn't have an extra snow day, that's why we're in that position.
Correct. We've historically used it for that day, the given
Right.
day.
But I think that we, moving forward, have to not assume we're going to have extra snow days.
I think
Would have, though.
we need to sit down
Yeah.
and have a conversation.
And so while I agree with, the idea that we had in that conversation, because we've had that in the past, so just for a point of reference, it's not just up to the borough, it's the county elections, the Board of County Elections. They actually are, they have,
They're the appropriate authority.
that's the jurisdiction that actually decides.
But what if we were to say no?
All I'm saying is that in the past, when we have, because I'm with you,
Yeah.
I've had that fight with you, it was the Board of Elections that overturned it, so just for a point of reference, that it's not solely based on the borough, that's all I'm saying.
No,
point of
no,
reference.
so technically, we all voted no tonight, what would happen?
So I'm conveying, so I'm just conveying that for the benefit of the group.
Sure, and I didn't recall that piece, so thank you, but maybe the larger question is what are the other layers that we can put in so we don't have to impact the calendar?
No, I agree with you, and it's for the benefit of the new board members, but I agree, I know that you know that.
Anybody else? Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. Clavino?
Yes.
Mrs. Goff?
Yes.
Ms. Moulton Colson?
Yes.
Mr. Kalous?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Tataro?
Yes. Moving on to policy. Mrs. Goff, on behalf of Dr. Davis.
Sure thing. Pursuant to the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the committee on policy recommend the following resolution. P01 on page 16. On behalf of the committee, I so move.
Second.
Seconded by Ms. Moulton Colson. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Clavino?
Yes.
Mrs. Goff?
Yes.
Ms. Moulton Colson?
Yes.
Mr. Kalous?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. Tataro?
Yes. Okay, at this time, public be heard. Members of the public may ask questions or make comments on educational issues or school matters.
And we'll jump up at once.
Nobody? All right. We will move on to general comments, questions from the board related to school district, new business, old business, or general comments. If you could just please state which one as you go around the room. And I will start with you, Mr. Cruz.
Just, based on tonight's agenda, which I could have said this before, but I just want to say thank you to Dr. Tribona for your time and service here. Congratulations and good luck in your future endeavors. And congratulations and welcome to our new assistant superintendent. Thank you.
Minor general comments. I would like to thank the guidance staff and administrative staff at the high school for planning the college fair, which I eagerly attended with my daughter as a sophomore, but I felt like I needed to get a jump on it. There were many schools from all over. It was amazing to see, and as we went to each table, I was just so encouraged by the statistics that they were saying of the average student at how properly prepared our high school students are when they leave Hawthorne High School. As you all know, I have a freshman in college already, but I am starting the look all over again with my daughter, and they're two very different children who have received two very different educations, but they are both immensely prepared to exit. And I really cannot thank everyone in the town, the village, that has prepared them for this. And I cannot speak more highly of the high school. I know that I say that to anybody who will listen. Once people go in there, I think it's just they're amazed with what the opportunities that exist. So thank you to the guidance staff and Mr. Pfister and Ms. Pasquale and everyone who is involved in that. Again, that's another opportunity because it was open to the community to get people into the high school, just to see the high school. I think anything and anytime we can do that, that's really a wonderful thing. But thank you.
Thank you. So I wanted to also, again, congratulate Dr. Trebona on her new position and thank her. Something we attended this past month, Multicultural Night, was literally her baby and heart and soul. And I thank her, and I hope it continues many years to come, so we can still, have it. And it was a huge success. It was so many people in that gym, both gyms, but I left really full and tasted some new foods I've never heard of, but that I am definitely going to try to make myself. The performances were amazing. I learned a lot. So, as well as my children, right? Because, yeah, it's for them. But I had a great time. Thank you to everyone who came and all the businesses that helped and sponsored. And it was the whole committee. You guys did an amazing job. I also wanted to thank the students tonight. My oldest son was a Washington Wildcat and did this many years ago. Miss Fleming's here. I also attended volleyball staff against parents' night at LMS, which was a ton of fun. The month before, I think it was Roosevelt, and then this month it was LMS, but still just as much fun. The DJs they get, and like the kids are hyped up in the audience. It's just a great time. So I hope to see that continue. And then tonight is the second night of Junior Police Academy, which is offered to all of our 7th and 8th graders. And my youngest son is there, hopefully getting a ride right now, but it is like the best opportunity. And I just thank you so much to the Hawthorne Police Department because they partner up with our middle schoolers. They run them through like scenarios. So the first one, they do like drills with them. So the first night he came over playing you sore. And I'm like, it's gonna get better. He's like, you told me it's gonna be fun, But I just think it really gives them it's fast, it's like 4 or 5 sessions, but it gives them an overall insight. But they don't know that they're learning important lessons, right? Because it's not like you're sitting in house class and they're like the teachers, peer pressure and drug, whatever. But they're actually like doing skits, and I've seen one of the skits by accident, but they were like running around the middle school, maybe I should tell you this, and doing skits and, the bad guys and the good guys and police, and anyway, they just have a fabulous time. And they all tell each other, and it's like such a hit at our middle school. And nothing is cool to these kids, right, at this age, but this is. And then they do a beautiful ceremony at the end for them to graduate. So I applaud our middle school and our Hawthorne Police Department coming together to do that. And then I just want to say Happy Easter, Happy Eid, Happy Passover for everyone who celebrates and observes, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm going to echo the congratulations to Dr. Trebona. I am extremely excited for her, and I want to thank her for all she's given to our district, and welcome. I also want to say I was blown away by the Wax Museum tonight, and this has become my favorite part of board meetings, is just seeing when kids come and present and share things with us. I think it's so important and so special. So I was so thankful to witness it tonight. And then I also wanted to say thank you so much for the literacy night. It was so great. The kids had a blast, and they were talking about the escape room. They had an escape room for the older kids and a scavenger hunt type thing. I didn't have any younger students who went, so I only went to the older ones. But I want to thank everybody who made that happen because it was awesome.
You took everything out of my To our new assistant superintendent, welcome. Looking forward to working with you. To Dr. Trebona, she was an unbelievable asset. She still is to this district, and the energy that she brought here was second to none. She's going to do an amazing job in her district, and I wish her the best of luck.
Just a couple of general comments. I want to start out by thanking the PTOs for all 5 of our schools. Behind the scenes, they run around, they do so much. So I just want to thank them for, for what they do. Also want to congratulate the high school, Mr. Pfister, Mrs. Pasquale, the club advisors and the students for the world induction ceremony. It was such a nice night. It's amazing to see how much our kids are achieving, including the biliteracy seal, including in Albanian. So that's fantastic. Congratulations and thank you for coordinating that. Also, Read Across America, we want to thank all the schools that opened up the doors for us to have the opportunity to go ahead and read to the kids. I actually had the opportunity to read to a first grade class in Roosevelt, and they were kind enough to provide this today. Going into the schools reminds us as school board members as to the reason why we sacrifice the time that we sacrifice and the energy that we invest into something that, there's no monetary compensation, but you see the return in the investment that we're making in our kids. Also want to wish a happy birthday to the Borough of Hawthorne. The borough was incorporated March 24, 1898, so that's interesting to know. I also want to thank the Bear Cave students for the designing of our t-shirts. And Mr. Tataro was kind enough to coordinate that for us. And Bear Cave students made that design, and they're fantastic. The program is awesome. The kids are awesome. We're appreciative of that. I also want to acknowledge our service members, including our high school graduates. In these times of war, we do have former students that are actually in harm's way or potentially in harm's way, so we want to remember them. And last but not least, I want to thank Washington School. This was our home school, and it continues to feel like home. So thank you.
Wildcat.
That's all I have.
Thank you. I'll round it off with some general comments as well. Obviously, echoing some of the sentiments about welcoming aboard our new assistant superintendent. Looking forward to working with you. And also to Dr. Tribona, all the best in her future endeavors. And she, on a personal level, both helping me just navigate just some of the things that I had questions with, where I was able to pick up the phone and reach out as a parent, right? And also in a capacity as a board member. So I thank her for everything she's done and continues to do for the district. Looking forward to the Hall of Fame night Thursday. Really excited about that, and seeing everybody get acknowledged for all of their accolades from years past. And I too had the pleasure of reading in several schools this year, and if there's anything that makes me feel reaffirmed as to why, that's definitely a good why, right? And just kind of grounds you out when there's maybe a lot going on through the board and difficult times, as has been shared through the budget. It's kind of a good segue to not forget our business administrator, our borough administrator, business administrator, I said that right. Business administrator and superintendent for all their tireless work and effort. I can tell you, I personally seen and been on calls and meetings and Google Meets at numerous times of the day, night, over the last several weeks, and that takes dedication, heart, effort, that they're taking away off hours at times. Because they care about this district, and it's a testament to who they are, and we're really thankful for everything that they're doing. So I genuinely appreciate both of you, and all the other administrators for that matter, who have also helped behind the scenes to help develop what that budget looks like, right, and what's had to be done to make some difficult decisions on how to do more with less, because that's really what's going on, right? And I also, Erica, am excited for my daughter Gianna, who is at the Junior Academy. So looking forward to hearing how her night went as well. And I thank the kids as well tonight for the Wax Museum. It's this third time now that I've seen it in person, and every year it gets better, and it's just so exciting. It's just another one of those things, right? That sometimes, you got to be reminded as to why we volunteer and do this. That just makes you, feel good, right, on why we do it. So I greatly appreciate all your time and effort. And like I said, those two girls with their hand up that whole time, that was amazing. I was getting tired for them. And that's all I have. With that said, make a motion to go into private session.
Second.
Who's second? I'm sorry. Discussion? Roll call.
Mrs. Dahl?
Yes.
Ms. Multi-Pilson?
Yes.
Mr. Kalous?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. Clavino?
Yes.
Mr. Tataro?
Yes. Thank you and good night, everybody.